Hey Emma, I'm sorry we missed our lesson today. Hope you're doing okay. And look forward to seeing you hopefully next week. And hope that you're just doing well. Here's just a short practice video of things we would have gone over in our lesson today. And hope you're able to watch it before our next lesson next week. So we're going to start off with our tonalization today. And what we're trying to do is trying to connect all our notes as we play. So here it is. Here's our tonalization with all nicely connected notes. So it'll be like this. And we'll do the repeat, but for sake of time, I won't do it today. And then we can also do the 1B as well for our tonalization. Now we're going to go over to our finger dance, and as we do this, we're going to try keeping our fingers down. So we got it on the A string, and I'll play just the one on the A string, but you can also practice the one on the D string. And it goes like this. And there's my finger dance. Again, we're trying to keep our fingers down and make sure our fourth finger is landing beautifully on where we need it to be, so it's beautifully in tune. And we can also do it on the D string. Now, we'll skip in this video our G major scale, but I would still like you to practice it. We're on page 38 of our first technique book. And we're also going to go over to page 49. Let me just find it. Page 49 of our first technique book. And here we have our arpeggios, and we had our festive entry. And here is festive entry, what it should sound like. Again, we have low 2 on the A and E, and we're looking for the beautiful ringtones as we play. So here's festive entry. And again, similar to our tonalization, we're going to try to connect our notes. I know there's accents, but try to use a nice amount of bow and look for a beautiful tone as we do it. Now we're also going to go over to our sailing trip one as well. And it goes like this. I'm going to slur 3 notes together like this. I'm going to try to use my whole bow as I slur these, and hope you have fun working on this. It's a little bit of a challenge as we make all our string crossings, but I'm sure you'll do a wonderful job with it. Now we're going to come here to rest position, and this is called polishing our strings. We're going to take our third finger, and we're going to come and polish our E string just like this. So I slide my hand up and down, fingerboard, and you can see my thumb is resting on the side of the neck. So it's not hanging off. It's just resting on the side of the neck, polishing that side of the neck as well. And so I'm just going up and down, and I go faster and faster. Okay, let's try it to the second finger. Same thing, my thumb is resting on the side, and my finger is just gliding on top of the string, trying to polish it. Okay, and then let's do it with first finger. And last of all, let's try fourth finger. Fourth finger is a little bit harder. Polish it up and down. Okay, now we're going to come and take our third finger. We're going to go to the E string again. We're going to polish it. And then eventually we're going to get faster and faster. And we're going to pretend that we have like some honey or something really sticky, maybe some gum on our fingerboard, imaginary. And when my fingering counters that, it's going to get stuck. So my third finger is going to get stuck, and my thumb also gets stuck on the fingerboard. And so I just keep the motion of sliding my hand back and forth, but my thumb and third finger are stuck. Okay, let's try it with second finger. So I'm sliding up and down. My thumb and second finger are going to get stuck, but the rest of the hand keeps on moving. And we can do that with first finger and fourth finger as well. I'm just getting us ready for some vibrato as we play. Now we're going to go over now to chorus. And as we were playing chorus, we were just double checking to make sure we had the correct notes and I think correct rhythms. And this week, if we could also try to add dynamics and try to connect our lines. So here is chorus. I'll play it for you and hope it's going well as you practice. One other thing, and each line I have a rest at the very end. And if I could be careful with my bow as I come to that rest, not to whip my bow off. So I don't want to have this, or right at the end, right before I do a little circle. I just want a gentle slow down. Like that. So try to make sure we don't accelerate our bow before we do our retake. We have to actually slow it down, lift, and then we do a really fast circle. Now we're going to go over to Musette, and we're going to look at the very end of Musette. Let me just find it. And we're going to go 12, 13, measure 14 second half, and I have this. I believe it actually, starts with an up bow. And we had been doing, I think, stop bow. Now we're going to do a smooth bows. And I want to make sure my bow is making the string crossings right. I'm not hitting other strings as I play. Now here is the beginning of it as well for Musette. It should sound like this. And that's how it should sound. I want you to start and play a lot of this, especially this first line in the upper half of the bow. And this song is a lot about contrast and playing a lot in our upper half of the bow. So you really want to start at our tip. And then the other thing I'd like you to do before our next lesson is if you could look up what andante pastoral means. And so you can actually look in the back of your book, or your Suzuki book, and it has a page with different definitions. And this should be on there. And I want you to look it up and figure out what it means. and see how that should affect our speed for this piece. Should be played really fast? Should be played really slow or moderate speed? Why don't you just try to figure out that, because that will help inform us with how we should play this. Again, I'm sorry we didn't have our lesson today. Hope you're doing okay, and look forward to seeing you next week. Bye!